Hey everybody, this is Robert Price from rodpsound.com. Hope all is well with you guys. So I hope you guys love piano drops as much as I do. Okay, now I don't really play piano drops like that, but I love the sound of it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on three ways to play one concept. All right, so this is gonna be really cool. All right, so definitely stay to the end. Now, this is going to be over a 5-1-4 type deal. All right. We're going to be in a key of C. All right. But even if you are stronger in other keys, I still think you would get the concept. All right. I'm not really going to go too deep in theory or anything like that. I never do anyway. But so this is how it sounds. So let's just say we're doing a song like More Than Anything at the end, so all right. So usually you'll do like a 5. All right. So over the 1 is when the drop happens. So the first one is going to sound like this. Even if you don't know the song, it's okay. Let me see. All right. And that was actually a part of the second one. The first one would be this. Let me see. I'm gonna break all this down. Right? So this is dope. All right. Let's just say you're in a different position. Let's just say you're playing it up here. All right. So this is cool. Now I just started, playing around with this. So, you know, I haven't mastered it yet or anything, but this is a really cool movement that I think could be dope to kind of have in your bag when you're playing. So all right, so let's get started. The reason I'm doing these 3 positions is because most of the time us neo soul gospel, sometimes like jazz players too, you kind of play your 5. Let's just say your 5, we know it's a minor chord, right? But sometimes you'll play it like this or this. Okay. But so what I'm going to do is this. So instead of going into like theory like that, what I'm going to do is say this. So the first position that we're going to, do our drop down on is this. So let's just say over your 5, you're playing and your top note is the 4. All right. You remember we're in the key of C. So if your top note is the 4, in this case it's F, what you're going to do is to start your drop, and the drop is going to happen right before you actually hit the 1. You're going to go down a half step, and whatever that note is, that's the major chord you're going to play. So, of course, this is the E. So we're going to play an E major with E being on the top. So this is going to make it E major first inversion. So I said I wouldn't go into too much theory. But every chord you play, once we do our drop, this is going to be a major chord drop. It's going to be in first inversion. So here we go. As far as timing, I'll go over that afterwards. So this is the first chord right here, the E major chord. Now we just go down half steps. So this drop is just going to be half steps. All right, watch this. Okay. So now we had an E major chord, first inversion, of course. We're going to drop it again. You should play 4 major chords. Okay, so when you're coming down, it should be 4 major chords. All right, then. All right, I'm just trying to go slow so you guys can at least get the notes. Every chord should be in first inversion. Now, once you get to your 4th chord, your major chord, to get to your diminished, okay, because of course we still need our C7. All right, in this case it's a C7 flat 9, or you can just say our diminished chord. Over that C, this is what we're going to do. So we had to get to this. So you came from your C sharp major, right? And you used the F, you put that down to an E, and then it's A flat, you dropped it down to a G. So you're just going to take the first 2 notes and drop it down half steps. And that's pretty much it. Of course, your bass player is already on that 1, or if you're playing like I did, just by yourself, you can do. All right. Now you land on your 4, and this is how I play, my 4 sometimes. This is pretty much like, you can look at it. Okay, so but yeah, okay, so if you want to get that, you got it. So that's one way. Now, as far as the timing, like I said, you're going to start the drop before you get to the one. So you play your 5, and then now, of course, this makes sense, right, this time. But once we do it the other 2 times, the chord that you land on, you may say, wait, that doesn't make sense. But remember, we're doing a drop. So we have a desired chord that we're getting to. All right. Okay. So it's okay, because I think the next one is going to sound like this. Watch this. So let's just say you're doing I Love You, Lord, today, and you're at the end. So that's why, let me see, it's why I praise you, right? I lift you up. Let's say you play your 5 like this. Watch this. You know? That's why it feels praise. Anyway, but yeah, so this is the second one. And you guys know this one right here, especially a lot of gospel musicians. Like if you was in the key of C sharp, you'll probably sound like this. Okay, so we know if you've been playing for a while, this is a little bit more of an intermediate to advanced type of lesson. You know this. So, but if you don't, this is a really good chord to play over your 5. All right. It's pretty much saying that since your 5 is a minor, you can just go up a minor third, go up a minor third, and whatever that chord is, you can play that major 7. All right, so that's a good way to look at it. If you're on the 5, you can go up a minor third, which is 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. You can play that major 7. All right, so I think that's a pretty cool way to look at it. Now, your melody note should be over the 6 if you're playing that major 7, right? Okay, so that's your 5. Now you're gonna come down to your 1. All right. Now, whether or not you're playing a diminished chord or just a straight dominant chord, it doesn't matter in this case, because your melody note should be the 5. So either way, if you do it, diminished or dominant, as long as your highest note is over that 5, you'll be good. Okay. So how we're gonna do it is, your 5 is going to tell you what chords you need to play. So in this case, it's a G. So we're going to play a G major chord, first inversion, right? Okay. So your melody note should still be over that G, before you get to the 1. So it's going to be like this. And then, we'll start our drop. So the first chord is a G major chord, and now after this, you just walk down half steps. You remember, you're going to play 4 major chords overall. So you just go down. All right, that's the second major chord. So at this point, some of you guys probably got it. Like you get what, All right. So this is the third major chord right here. Okay, this is just an F major chord, first inversion. Now this is the last one. This is your E major chord. All right, first inversion. So what you're going to do is, once you get here, it's time for the drop to get to our diminished chord. So we're going to take the first 2 notes and drop it down half step. All right. And of course, you will already be over that 7. Over the C or the 1. All right. Okay. And then you finish it out. Play your 4. Okay. So it's simple as that. So we got 5. So that's a really cool thing. So that's the second way. You have 2 different ways to play it right now. So that's cool. And I think I did more than anything again, I Love You, Lord, today. But it really doesn't matter, because you guys know a lot of songs, right? So you'll be able to put it in whenever you get a chance to play like a 5-1-4. So this is the last one, right? Let's just say you're playing it in this position. I think we did this so far, right? Then we did this one. Now we need to do this one. All right. So in this case, if you're playing one, I know sometimes we play our 5 like this too. I do that sometimes. If I'm playing like a 2-hand voicing, sometimes I do it like this, So that's a nice one. But if your melody note is over the 2, Okay. Either way. So if you have a bass player or not, you'll still be okay with this. If your melody note is over the 2, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go down a half step. Okay, I've been doing a lot of half steps, except the only one I didn't do a half step with was this position right here. Okay, but okay, so I'll go over it in different keys. Like if you need me to, just kind of let me know in the comments. All right. So here we go. You just go down a half step. In this case, it's a C sharp. So we're gonna play a C sharp major chord, first inversion. All right, and you guys should know at this point what to do. And I'll play it up here. All right. Now, if you're up here and you do have a bass player, you can kind of do this. So it's the first one. All right, it's the second one. Now, of course, in this case, it matched. Look, we got the C major. You can play this E and B flat tritone because that's the tritone for the C. You can do it like that if you want. All right. Then you go. Okay, so this is our B major chord, first inversion. So I'm pretty sure you guys get it, especially if you're still here at this point in the video. Hopefully you get it. You get the idea. So we're on this is our 4th major chord, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this right here is a B flat major chord. Now you're gonna take the first 2 notes, right? And then just drop it down a half step. So you can really sound advanced doing something like this. So after you play this, of course you're over your 1 at this point. You've been over your 1 for a while now. And then, okay. So that right there, this is a nice 4 chord. All right. So yeah, hopefully this brought some value. Hopefully this can take your plan to the next level with just adding these type of drops. Okay. All right. So I hope you guys were able to understand it in the way that I taught it, right? So yeah, I'll stop there. Hopefully you guys can take this and practice and do some amazing things with it. Don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel. And subscribe if you haven't. We're actually getting ready to do another drawing pretty soon. So if you haven't signed up, definitely click the link below so you can enter, because we already actually we pulled 1 winner not too long ago. So I want to do a couple more, maybe like once a month. So don't forget to sign up. All right. So take care, and I'll be talking with you guys soon.